Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. Tonight, we discuss Becky Lynch as our new women's world champion. Solo Sikoa unleashes his motherfucking Tonga, and Cody gets a challenger finally. The boys are here in Solo We Trust, and this is ECW. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling fans across the globe. I am the Jackie Miles, your final host, and I got to be quiet because my niece is over in the next room. But welcome to the screen, all of our boys here tonight. Welcome our resident tribal chief, Griff, aka Griff Nation. You can find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Also on our screen tonight is the man of 37 holds, Mr. Dirt Sheets himself, Montay, aka Coach Montay. Follow him on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, slapboxing and ECW Underground is my bodyguard, the wise man, B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Champion Rest. This episode is actually brought to you by Brown Liquor and Black Air Force Ones, a combination successfully ending in fights for the last 2 decades. Gentlemen, welcome tonight, boys. What's going on? How's everybody feeling? What's up, Griff Nation? What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, all is well, brothers. Another exciting week and weekend of wrestling, and I was excited. I kept my mouth closed, didn't want to say much. I just couldn't wait to get on with you boys here. Shout out Jackie. Like I said earlier, you got the little VIP. You're the guest in Texas tonight, and we're going to try to keep it real good and have some fun, but also understand my niece is in the room next door too, so try my best not to be loud here in Michigan.
Coach, what's going on, brother? How you feeling?
It's good, man. Good, brother. It's good to have you in the confines again of Coach's home, so it's always a pleasure. It's always a good time to see as she's getting older. She's enjoying having you around. She's starting to get more familiar with you, and she's associating you with playing. So
absolutely.
For those of you viewers, hopefully he's up right now, but he probably conked back out because that's how much energy she's got out of you. So
we were working on our ring. We were working on our ring cardio yesterday, circling around the living room. And let me tell you, my whole lower body is on fire, bro. My whole lower body is on fire. We got that work in though. Yeah,
but it's good to like I said, it's good to have you down for spring break and talking wrestling and just
to get a break from the school. Period.
For sure. He needs it.
Yes.
He needs it because I pray for my brother every day. He is Mr. Clark at that school out there in Brooklyn. So everything, Batman, Crazy Joe, whatever you want to call him.
I miss my babies, but for sure I needed a break. That's for sure. I needed a break.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of transitions, a lot of emotions. I talked to Griff offline the day before we went on tonight, and excited to talk about that last match for sure, but a lot. Let's get it going, man.
All right, let's jump on in, man. Defeating 12 other women on SmackDown to win her 6th world championship. Becky Lynch comes back off of book tours to take over the women's division once again. And somebody on this show called it. I don't. They called it without calling it. I'm not sure who it was, but what are your thoughts here, gents?
Right prediction.
What are your thoughts here, Coach? Let's start with you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Becky Lynch.
I'm not going to. I gave Becky her flowers. I'm still in the I'm hating Becky committee, but I'm like I said, I will always give credit where it was due. But I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Nia Jax's time. In theory, I get it, for what the business needs and knowing what Triple H needs. But I am not happy with the outcome. I wanted to see Nia Jax take that. I felt it was her time. I felt that she came back with the showing, and obviously in Australia with Rhea. Obviously with the fire feud that they had. Obviously what was that Christmas, New Year's, right? With her and Becky coming out. I felt that she had built enough to gain that credibility to take it this time, and especially by her not having a Mania spot. I felt it was Nia Jax's time. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna stand by it. I'm not happy. I hope Nia gets the rematch.
Okay.
For sure.
So a Nia fan is definitely disappointed here tonight. Griff, how we feeling about it?
Well, let me start off the bat say I was one that picked Nia as well too. But I'm not surprised and I'm not disappointed in the outcome. I'm gonna be a little different, have a different outtake on this. I know everybody's on this Live Revenge tour, but here's a question and challenge I put up to my following today. Liv is on a revenge tour, but who's on the list that she getting revenge for? Because the last person I thought was getting revenge is pretty much home soaking the injury. However, Liv needs a build, a high quality build, and there's no build for her right now, in my opinion. Becky made more sense business wise, and because she's pretty much in that workhorse title picture. You got 4 PLEs coming up before SummerSlam that's international. Your 2 leading international superstars, Rhea and Becky. Rhea's out. Becky was the next person in line. But Liv need more of a build. And I know everybody's on this revenge tour, but where's her identity right now? Is she going to be a face or she's going to be a heel? I just think that Liv time is coming. They're setting her up for something bigger, but last night just wasn't her night. I did have hope that Nia was going to do it, but I'm not disappointed that Nia didn't do it. But I'm not surprised that Becky won it as well either.
Yeah, I hear what y'all are saying. Both of y'all are saying like Nia deserved it, or Liv, it needs the bill. But what about Becky? Like, you got to think about where the company is right now, what's happening in the company, where we're headed for. Like, this is not the normal WWE anymore, right? So we need somebody that's going to continue to take us to the next stratosphere. To your point, Griff, no, it's not Liv because she's not quite there yet. And the people who are on the revenge tour are the people she's getting ready to go up against now. Becky Lynch, because she had her issues with Becky, and Nia Jax. She had her issues with Nia as of recent. So her revenge tour is not necessarily over because Rhea's out, but she got a few more people on that list. But it made sense for Becky Lynch to come back and win this. I know I backtracked last week because I really didn't think they were going to do it because she was going off on tour. But whatever the company needs, it seems like, so she stepped up and is going to pick up the ball and is going to run with it until Rhea's ready to go.
Yeah, and to your point, Jackie, I picked Nia because at the time when I picked Nia, and I still stand with my point with Nia, but I didn't know what Becky was still on tour when I picked that with Nia. I didn't know realistically that she was going to return to over the weekend that she said that, okay, I'll be there for the Royal, which I was like, okay, it could go Nia and Becky. But I did know it wasn't going to Liv favor. And like I stated before, you have 4 international PLEs coming up and your leading woman horse will be Becky since Rhea is out. And it just made sense in that nature. But to the revenge tour, not necessarily revenge tour could be just the opponents, but what if the revenge tour could be her like figuring her way into the Judgment Day and disrupting that as well?
You must have saw that little crazy meme on on Facebook the other day. I did see that somebody was playing around, Liv being in the. I'm saying, yeah, you must have seen that. Did you saw it, Jackie?
I felt like he didn't send it to the group chat. I thought for sure he sent it to the group chat.
Oh, nah.
Did I? I don't.
Yeah, I did see that scrolling. I'm like, this will never happen. I thought it was funny, so that's where I thought he was going with it.
Yeah, I saw it too, but I definitely thought it was Griff sending it to the group chat asking if what we thought about it. I thought for sure that was a Griff text that I read. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But no, how do you see Liv interacting with the Judgment Day and kind of messing it up? Throw that out there.
Well, last night was a tease with her and Dominic looking at each other face to face. Then I'm thinking of, Liv said something very pivotal. She said she's going to take everything from Rhea. One thing that's close to Rhea is Dom. Another thing that's close to Rhea is the Judgment Day. So she could be a manipulator to Dom, get into the Judgment Day, and then with the heat that's going on right now, she could like manipulate Wader up in there and also split and break that up and cause some confusion as that. So just me thinking, I think she's going to find a way to probably, depending on her identity and this role she bees in these next coming days and weeks, she could simply do something with Dom just to get at Rhea and like come with to say, hey, mommy, I got your Nami, you know what I'm saying? And just start building off of that till her return gets back.
Coach,
I
you
can
see
easily
that?
see that because right now the screws is getting loose. I mean, the screws is getting loose anyway because it's they're kind of vulnerable right now. Obviously, Rhea's injury rocked them, and Damian. We all know Damian is setting himself up for for a mass exodus so he can get his singles push. But it's not out of the question. I don't know how they would set it up. It's not far fetched, but I'm just saying based off of what I'm seeing. Kind of chinks as I mentioned this last week. The chinks are in the armor of the Judgment Day. It's obvious. So it's just a matter of when it's going to break.
What I don't understand about all of this is like, and even in you guys' conversation, it's like, why does the Judgment Day have to split up for him to be successful as a singles a competitor? You know what I mean? Like, I think back to my examples are always the nation or the corporation, right? In those factions, they had the World Heavyweight Championship in there. They had the Intercontinental Championship in there. So why does that faction need to break up in order for this group to be successful? And I know we always pull on the heartstring of we were once friends and now we're bitter enemies, but like at some point, does that get played out? Or, do we find some other ways for these interactions to make sense other than friends now foes?
I won't call for a breakup at least. I mean, right now they're going like just any other family, any brotherhood, like you having your conflicts. We've seen this before with the Judgment Day when there's confusion, there's conflicts, and then they somehow find a way. I was more saying in this roundabout, with Rhea being out, Liv can use her magic and her potions like she normally do with her character and fiddle her way in there. Maybe like do something a little bit different than what Rhea was doing and being a leader. Just kind of like play this little manipulating game, just keep everything intact. But the question would be, what would be her motive? I think she'll have a hidden agenda, motive behind it. What that is, you don't know. But I think this would be her way when I'm thinking of revenge tour and taking everything from Rhea. I'm looking at what was close to Rhea, Dom, Judgment Day, and her family that's in that Judgment Day. So it'll be all about what will be her agenda if that's the road that she goes in doing that.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, they can figure it out in the Judgment Day, and Becky Lynch, continues to lead the women's leads the women's division. Sorry. Let's switch it now to LA Knight and AJ Styles. Man, words are hard tonight. Forgive me. LA Knight and AJ Styles put on a banger and give Cody his first number one contender. We all kind of felt this one coming as we saw the bracket kind of unfold. But it is nice to get this one right as a team. So what are our thoughts going into Backlash as AJ Styles is headed towards Cody Rhodes?
I'm excited for the contract signing to hopefully generate some heat. I just want to see something fresh, something new, them able to tell their story and take us back. But I want to see AJ get real dark. Like I want to see AJ turn it up a notch. And let's make this. Let's go out there and have a big fight feel in France. Like let's not obviously I want him to get built back up, man, because he's been lost in obscurity. I mean, at least if this is going to be, if he's on the final leg, I know I mess with him all the time. Let's get these last few matches out before he retires. But if he's on his retirement tour, if his farewell tour, let it be the best heel work he's capable that I know he's capable of doing. That for those battles that he had with Cena, I know he can be a good heel. So I'm looking forward to the feud. Let's slap him, move some tables at this contract signing. Let's get busy. So I'm looking forward to it. See where it goes.
Griff?
Yeah, this is the first time since Cody came to WWE that they first met face to face and 1-on-1. So that's exciting. You definitely need someone that's going to put on a great match, but also is going to be a protector of Cody and a veteran in AJ Styles, especially going to France and in that country. But more importantly, I feel like this AJ Styles, I saw something different last couple of weeks, man. Just the match he had when he advanced to face LA Knight a couple of weeks ago when they was here in Detroit. And I'm looking like, man, this man still look like he's still climbing up to his prime to be where he's at. Like, I don't know, it's just something different about him lately, man. Like, I just feel like he's still reaching that prime and he still got a lot left in the tank, despite that I know he's saying his time is coming up to an end and everything, but he still got a lot left in the tank, man. And he must be trustworthy for sure. It must be something seen here for him to have this type of match going to Backlash with Cody and having this being his first Cody's first title events coming against with AJ.
It's interesting that he's at the top of SmackDown's, heel side, right? That AJ Styles is up there so quickly, and maybe it's just like a placeholder for the next couple months as we head into not the bigger of the pay-per-views, but like the smaller pay-per-views, I should say. So it's interesting that he's the top heel as we head into this, and not Solo Sikoa or not somebody from the Bloodline and that whole situation. So, but I still think that it's going to be a great feud here, and I'm with you, Coach. I need to see AJ Styles pull out some tricks, pull it all out. We got two members. We got two members of the Bullet Club that are coming together now. We haven't discussed this yet. Cody's whole indie wrestling situation could come back to him now as two members of the Bullet Club here clash finally in WWE. We've had some interaction between AJ Styles and Finn Balor, but it never mentioned the Bullet Club. And now that I think that we're in a different wrestling era, I think we can get that. We can get some mentioning of some outside sources here. So this actually should be a good situation. Griff, what are your thoughts towards that?
For sure.
No, I never thought about that. That's a fantastic perspective going into that. And now that you said that, that's going to be interesting coming to this face-off this weekend, if that even comes to mention and the backstories behind that. No, I never thought about that. Great perspective point. Now, that really got me more invested and interested now, because I know with this face-off, you only got, a week or two to build off of that. So I know they're going to be probably going right to this build like real quick. But yeah, that'll definitely build this up real quick when they start going deep personal and the backside of the story to this whole Bullet Club between them.
Coach, any thoughts there?
So you were asking the outside factors of the
past, right?
So you're thinking
Bullet Club. No, don't think about Tom.
Oh yeah. Just don't think about Tama Tonga just those two. I'm not thinking about, because I was thinking about Tama. Yeah, I was thinking about Tama. Okay.
Bullet Club included all of these members, right? The Good Brothers, Tama Tonga, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and more, right? That's only the WWE side of it.
And more,
Kenny Omega and them, correct me if I'm wrong, were they a part of it as well, right? Definitely Nick and Matt Jackson. Definitely those guys. Right. So all of them were involved in the Bullet Club. And so at some point that has to be recognized in WWE. Like I know AEW recognizes it now, and all the other promotions kind of mention it. But like
now they're bringing it
this
over.
Forbidden Door thing has to kind of go away because wrestling is so massive right now. You gotta let these other storylines come into that world. So
yes, agreed.
We just watched that video. Watched that video yesterday.
We learned a little bit.
Yep. So we watched that YouTube. So I am, in this case, I am being educated. So I had no clue that he was in that group.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to it. If that history was there, all the more. Let's get it. But I am definitely going to be witnessing this for the first time. So I'm curious to see where.
Sure. And speaking of the Bullet Club, speaking of the whole umbrella of everything, like Coach just said, we watched a video on Tama Tonga yesterday, just trying to get trying to learn where he's from, where this interaction is now starting from. And let me say it like this. Solo Sikoa's bloodline is different. Solo Sikoa's bloodline is different because this motherfucking Tonga or this MFT is a problem. Is a big problem as he pulls.
His dad was a problem.
He at least
His
knows.
brothers learn. Yeah,
How cool
his
was the
brothers
problem,
learned
bro?
something from somewhere because the way he dragged Kevin Owens out from the back, as if here go my stepchild. I want y'all to see him. This was ridiculous. So,
Yeah,
thoughts towards Solo Sikoa's new
yeah.
bloodline as we see a different vengeance from them.
Mm-hmm.
Man, again, this is another situation where I'm invested. My popcorn is out. My seatbelt is strapped. I'm excited every moment of the way. It's different. Like, again, we talking about Marvel. We on to the next phase where we don't know who's calling the shots, who's doing this, who's doing that. And I just like how this is a phase about Solo now. You know what I'm saying? He coming out with the suit. He talking a little bit more. He kind of like getting under Heyman's skin and everything. But yeah, man, he this I'm excited for this new phase because we're gonna see more of Solo and know about Solo, and then of course Tama going forward.
Coach, what are your thoughts here?
The thing I appreciated was the drama. Obviously, I love to see blood, old school blood. Anytime I'm always around the blood. Like, hey, sign me up. Who getting busted open tonight? That's just me. But yeah, it's the other layers of his leadership. I think you're seeing the side of Solo. Yes, he sat in observation. Now he's pouring. He's pouring out what was poured into him, and then now he's bringing on another killer into where, like, hey, like, low key, I'm pulling the strings. I think Jackie, me and you talked about this down here at the house. He pulled out the suit. He pulled out the Sunday best, and he was ready. He was ready to hit the club. He pulled out the threads. He said, I'm the man. I'm giving y'all the illusion that I am the man. But he also came in there asking questions. He said, hey, where that ninja KO at? So he's calling his shots. Like, he's feeling himself right now, and it's great. It's great. Like, this is going to be another layer in the. I always say the best storyline in WWE's ever created. But it also felt, y'all see that backstage. It also took you back to some attitude era times when you had the car crash and all of that. So immediately they're putting us back in, like we said, with the new camera angles, the new production, like making us care backstage, like getting us drawing the people in, right? And an added new drama element to where, hey y'all, this young generation, y'all getting a taste of what we saw growing up. Those backstage segments where it kind of make your heart stop a little bit. Some of that stuff that is unbelievable that you can't believe that they're putting this on the screen. But so right now, that car crash, I think that was something similar. I think somebody told me somebody did that back in the day, similar. But yeah, it's, and then Nick Aldis is obviously making, hey, if y'all don't, hey Paul, if you don't get your boys under control, we got the draft coming, something going to go down. So I'm curious to see where it's going to go. But I love the theatrics. I love the drama element of it, man.
Wasn't that the thing that Rikishi did for The Rock? Well, like, didn't he like hit somebody with a car or something like that?
That's what
he said. I did it for The Rock. Wasn't that it? I could be wrong. Go ahead, Griff.
So
that's what I thought.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you guys, who do y'all really think could be behind this and putting this on? 'Cause I know we've been hearing Rock, we've been hearing Roman, we probably hearing Solo, we're hearing Heyman. Like, who do y'all feel could be calling this?
Yeah, we're gonna be asking this question every week, but that's cool. But
it's not Heyman.
Shame.
Well,
it was me. It was me all the time, Undertaker. It was me. It was me the whole time. Damn it.
I was going to.
I don't think it's gonna be Paul Heyman because Paul looks terrified right now, and this is out of Paul's element. Paul looks terrified.
Yeah, he's
and he's doing a great job with like selling it, right? Like I don't know what's happening here. I don't know who's in charge. I can't call Roman because my phone got smashed. I don't know what to do no more. Like, so he's terrified. Even the way he throwing up his ones is a little different now. So I don't think it's Paul Heyman. Coach?
Yeah.
My hope is just for grins and giggles to set up future matches, to set up future creative for shits and giggles. I hope it's The Rock.
Like that is the logical thing, right? That's the logical choice. But Griff, go ahead. You clearly got a choice over there.
Well, Jackie, you pretty much said it, and you beat me to it. But what if this low key could be Rikishi calling this shot, and this is a phase to bring him
Okay.
in?
That's tough though, right? That's
Okay.
tough because he don't really
tough.
have no like high status in what this family looks like. You know what I mean? Like it makes sense for the Rock.
Is he the
Yeah,
low
like
chief?
like he just a brother on the island, ain't
the
he?
low chief.
He just a brother happy to be on the island.
The island of the island of
No, but I can see where you're headed though, Griff, because
right.
I can see you
Yeah.
trying to, your storytelling is coming out, so I can see where you're headed. Go ahead and spell it all out for us though. Go ahead.
Well, here's a couple things. We're just gonna go back in time a little bit. There was an issue with Jimmy and Jay and Rikishi long ago when Jimmy and Naomi first started dating and before they got married. That could be a factor. But more importantly, Rikishi has really been big on the new and upcoming members like the Jacobs and the Tamas and the Zillas more than anything. And with Solo being there now, and that's the youngest son, he could flip the script and say, you know what, y'all had y'all thing. This is a new up and coming. We finna put the light on them, and he could pretty much be calling a shot and running that until maybe The Rock comes back whenever he comes back. But not saying he is, but that's another name in the hat along with The Rock, Roman, and Solo. I was thinking too. So if it is Rikishi, we won't be blindsided and caught off guard with it.
He could be running the Wolfpack, the Bloodline Wolfpack. He could be running the Bloodline Wolfpack and trying something different here. So. But yeah, he doing it for The Rock again. Yeah, you're right.
Again, right. I did it for The Rock.
Yep.
Well, let's keep it on SmackDown for a few minutes here, gents, and let's turn our attention to Bayley and Naomi as they try to continue to push their feud. But I got a question for you, and I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but when it comes to this feud between Bayley and Naomi, are we all rooting for Tiff Stratton?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure. I'm sure. I'm sure that's what we all were thinking.
Unanimously. Yep.
Y'all not right with Naomi?
I know you're not asking that question.
Right.
No, I'm being funny.
I know.
Of all people on this,
I'm actually still riding with Bayley.
Interesting. Go ahead and speak your mind as to why you're picking Bayley now. Not now, but you know what I mean.
But obviously, I can't wait to see that. But yeah, Bayley's just got the title.
Okay, so you want her to actually go on her.
I mean, a credible defense. A credible defense in the triple threat is not a bad look. So that's all I say.
Okay, so we got a triple threat at Backlash, and that's what I see. Right, a triple threat at Backlash looks like that's where we're headed. Okay, and then Coach, you're picking. Not this ain't your pick, but like you're saying Bayley comes out of that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Griff, you kind of on the same page as I, and we're trying to level up this title and go to the next generation already. Is that what's happening?
That's what it looks like it's happening. Yes, indeed. This is going to be a tough one because it's a triple threat. Triple threat is always a loophole when it comes to the triple threat. But y'all know I've been rocking Tiff Stratton since last year NXT when she was running that, man. And I'm very excited. Like, she's a fast up and coming star. Like, her talk, her look, everything, man. Like, it's just A1. And I'm just excited for her to be in this position in this title run right off the bat, man. And she gonna be mega, man. And I'm definitely rooting for her. I'm rooting for all three, but I'm really rooting for Tiff because this is a good spotlight and a good time for her to get some shine, especially going to France in this type of PLE environment.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm sticking with. I'm actually gonna stick with Bayley too. To be honest with you, I'm rooting for Tiff, but I know that Bayley's gonna hold on to it because it's just Backlash and not too many title changes happen at Backlash, especially if they were defended or won at WrestleMania. So I'm with you. It kind of sticks. It'll probably stick with Bayley. So we shall see. Let's jump back to the Judgment Day real quick before we go to before we finish up here. Does it seem like the Judgment Day is near splitting up? Right, Dom pulls up hurt. JD has to go out and fight with Santos versus Andrade and Ricochet. So that was a little weird. And then Damian Priest tells Dom and JD to handle their business and stay out of his. Does it look like we're coming to the end of Judgment Day as we know it?
Yeah, I was going to say this earlier when we were just playing around the topic, and just you when you set the point, do they really have to split up? Because considering where they are, I always came from a standpoint of the chinks in the armor. I came from this perspective, like Damian. Eventually, it's always been the power struggle between him and Rhea, and so I was coming from the standpoint of, okay, this is my time to shine while she's away. And eventually, like, hey, if y'all not doing stuff my way, like, for example, he just told them, he told them last night, I don't need y'all. Like if y'all not gonna get the stuff done, I'll show you how the way to get it done. I don't need any of you guys. So that's sort of him. I heard, when I first heard that, my gut instinct was like, okay, well, dude, do you really need the Judgment Day? And I think, like I said, there's been talks out there of him being the first domino to fall. Everybody thinking it was gonna be JD get kicked out, but now him having the world title, he really could be a lone wolf and go off on his own and try to get his singles push that he's been trying to get his entire career since he's joined WWE. So that was always been my gut about the possible breakup, just because of the tension between him and Rhea and then that power struggle.
Griff?
Yeah.
I feel like, you got a champion, and it's like you getting promoted to be a manager. Anytime you get promoted to the next level, there's a little bit of power, a little bit of arrogance that's going to come with that. This one, and I think that's where he is at. That's what Priest is at the moment. I think he's just like in his midst, like, hey, I'm the champion. I'm taking on this pressure to being a leader. Rhea's out of here, and I'm just frustrated. But the biggest thing to me is you never see Finn Balor get into it with Priest or in the picture. It's just always Dom, more JD, and Priest versus Balor. But to answer the question, I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it's working and the Judgment Day is one of the hottest factions, I don't see a split, a need come up. Like I said earlier, I just think it's, again, another opportunity, another thing, another phase. You just got Priest with the belt. They just fight it out, duke it out, use the frustrations, and figure out to blend it all in there. So I don't see a break. I don't see a split. But it's going to be interesting to see how this draft. But I think the way they do the draft now, I think if the faction, I think all the factions go versus like they did before. One person lead, the other one leads. I think the whole faction go to whoever. So I don't see them breaking up no time soon, because it's working as one of the hottest factions outside of Damage Control that's working in the business right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's like, me, I don't want to break up factions. I want to keep everybody together, and I want them to fight out of their factions and fight out of their sides. So hopefully they don't change that too much. All right, last topic.
I think they beef.
Okay, go ahead, Coach. Sorry.
They beef with LWO. Yeah, I'm just saying they beef. I think they beef with Santos and all those guys before that happens. I mean, I'm just saying, just where Andrade, because Andrade got beef with him now, and then possibly Santos. The way that happened last night. So just curious. Yeah, just curious to see.
Even now, Ricochet is involved in that conversation now, right? So I think there's a 3-man tag with Judgment Day on one side, Andrade, Ricochet, and help me.
You missing
Andrade, Ricochet, and Jey Uso.
Jey Uso, yes, good call.
Wasn't last night.
Yes. Speaking of Jey Uso, and Damian Priest exchange words, and Griff, thank you for bringing it up, because I definitely wanted to get your opinion on the Yeet Man going into his first real title feud. What are your thoughts here, Griff?
Great. He been on the roll. We've been calling this. He been on losing streak forever. He been on the roll, winning streak, winning fair and square. And I just love his segments, his promos. Like, he's like the hype. Jack, I ain't gonna lie, he remind me of you, like the hype man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hype man get the crowd going, saying what you got to say. Throwing a little comedy in it, but at the same time, he just sitting there like, okay, bro, like I could care less. I know what we talked about, but you finna get this yeet down. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to be a great match. Cause again, this is a new era. Whoever would have thought Damian Priest versus Jey Uso for the main event for the title will be coming up. But I'm excited for the match. And like I said, Jey has really been great. Just his whole character. He's still constantly working and reinventing himself. He's not always perfect, but I just like the fact like each and every week he's always finding ways to reinvent himself in the ring and also in the mic, and also like building that bonding relationship with the crowd that's like helping putting him over to the max where he's at right now.
Okay, Coach, any thoughts on Jey Uso versus Dame?
I'm happy for him. I mean, he paid his dues. Like I said, I never was drinking the Kool-Aid, but I am proud to see where he has come from. Creating his own, being his own dude. The Yeet is, obviously top merch seller. But no, this is cool. Like even Priest, like considering where their careers have came and evolved, and letting them have this moment, I think it's a great thing to see them go at it. But yeah, that last night segment, I ain't gonna lie, it was like, okay, I'm snoring here as the start, but it finished strong. And then obviously he hit below the belt. Obviously mentioning once again, it always comes back to Rhea Ripley. Everybody gonna mention Rhea, like, yeah, you're really not the true leader, but it was good. It was a good barbs. It was good jabs to kind of set that shit talking scenario up for them to go into this match. But yeah, I look forward. Hopefully, it's gonna get physical eventually, but. I just don't, his I think Columbus really wasn't catching it last night. He was trying to get him to say yeet after some of that stuff, and they
dyslexic but Ohio crowd.
Come on, man. You know that's Buckeye country.
They just missed their cues.
Ohio crowd. How you get yeet wrong?
But yeah, but what else do you expect? What else do you expect from Ohio, right? So yeah, we see why we don't like him. But no, I'm looking forward to that match, man. Well deserved, well earned, and I kind of know what's going to probably happen and stem from that, that outcome. But yeah,
man, they kind of sputtered out of the gates in the promo itself. It felt kind of clunky, as we always say, and it just wasn't that great. B Dix, I'm not going to take it as a negative. I'll take it as a positive here, because in my opinion, that's the only thing that's going for him. All right, Griff, like he's doing the whole crowd thing. He's got the crowd in the palm of his hands. But now I need you to win a match. I need you to win the big one. You keep saying you're main event this, but you didn't beat Gunther, and you haven't beat Damian Priest yet. You haven't won the big one yet. So I need you to win a title in order for that main event, in order for me to truly get on board with the Yeet stuff. Like you doing all of this, that's fine. That's all fine and dandy, but when it comes down to it, are they putting the strap on you? And it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. In my head, I don't see him winning at what's the name. No hatred, it's just not my guy is what I'll say in this scenario here.
That's facts.
MFT.
Look, in Solo we trust over here. All right, I am rooting
MFT.
For them. Speaking of MFT, I saw one of the other cousins, brothers, nieces, nephews was getting ready to join the WWE soon. Griff, I don't know if this was on your radar. Coach, I don't know if you saw this in the dirt sheets, but did I see Zilla was making his way this way?
Zilla.
I saw that. I'm not sure how accurate that one is. It'll be surprising if it's Zilla before Jacob. In my view, all because
I could have got that one wrong.
Yeah, I do know this though, and I don't know if you guys saw the footage, but there was a footage where like right before Roman and Rock had a tag match, Roman like was walking to the weight room and everything, walked through everybody, walked to the weight room, was getting the last minute lift in. But Jacob was with Roman in that weight room as well too. And just like I said, it makes pretty much sense, which I shared with you guys off the camera, the whole checking in, following up. Now I'm seeing it like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Why? Because if I'm going to invest and put my life to get you this spotlight, then you got to make sure, like, when you're away, you handling your business and do what you got to do. So to me, I won't be surprised if it's Zilla, but I'm not sure if that's accurate, all because from what I know and what I seen, Jacob seemed like that's more ready, more mature, and ongoing, where Zilla still, to me, still trying to figure out. He's great in the ring, but on the outside, still trying to figure it out, learn things, you know what I'm saying? I think Jacob is more, but again, this bloodline, they can do whatever they want and call whoever they want up and go from there. So it just be a wait and see.
I absolutely could have flipped those names, so forgive me if I got those
wrong.
It very
you good.
I heard Jacob. Yeah, I've always heard Jacob, and it's planned to be coming in this storyline to join Solo in the MFT. So
Motherfucking
yeah,
time.
yep,
Okay,
exactly.
well, the bloodline continues to grow stronger, is what I'm hearing. No matter which one they
Yes,
bring up,
sir.
the bloodline
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
grows
I'm
stronger.
for it
Excuse me,
all.
the wolf pack bloodline, not the original. The wolf pack bloodline is a little different.
And they gonna be throwing
um,
2-1s up.
yeah. How do you switch this up now? Okay. All right, man. Let's switch now to the lightning round. Here's how this works. We're gonna put 2 minutes of on the clock, and we're gonna go down this list of things that may not be as big a topic as the other things, but we want to make sure that we hit on them at some point. So, lightning round. 2 minutes on the clock. Let's begin. Starting off with DIY loses to the World Tag Team Champions. Awesome Truth. Griff, you got this one. Go.
This could be a split. Tommaso don't seem happy, but him and Johnny got some conversations to think of, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
I see the way coming back from this one as Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell get their heel situations going. Brian Dixon kind of called this one out and said that Tommaso Ciampa going heel with Johnny might send them over there to the way. So we'll see that if that happens.
Yep.
Gunther returns to Raw and Imperium seems to implode. Coach, what you think?
The ring general comes back. Obviously, talks about his run. Gives Sami Zayn the flowers, obviously, for that feud. But yeah, bringing the prestige back, getting himself ready in the mindset that I'm still here. I'm still that guy, and I'm ready to be the next king in the ring. So enjoyed every minute, every second of that promo. And yes, Imperium, it's time. Vince, you got to go. Let's build. Let's put a real guy in that third spot, and of course, to build Kaiser back up to the eventual fire feud that could come way down the road. But yeah, Imperium is in a great spot.
Dominic Mysterio seems to be hurt, but that just seems to be something that they can just kind of play off on screen as they replace Santos with him. And Santos, Andrade, Ricochet, and JD go on to have a banger match as some of those spots were pretty good. Mm-hmm. Chad Gable turns full heel as he calls Maxine dumb as a box of rocks. And it was cringe to watch, but it was necessary from what it seems. We're going to get a heel stable out of Chad Gable. I'm here for it. Liv Morgan, does it look like she's going to turn heel soon, Griff?
It looks like it. I need her to turn heel because she made history. It was the first 3-time runner-up in the Battle Royal, so something got to change, and hopefully she come to her senses and go heel and make this revenge tour something special.
Sticking with you, Griff, we got new tag team belts. Are you impressed? You weren't impressed by the others.
I'm impressed, man. It took me back to the old Heart Foundation and LOD days. They put a little spin on it. Congrats to Grayson and Austin Theory. Take them titles to new heights, man. They well deserve, and I'm looking forward to pre-order me one sooner this year too.
Drew McIntyre supports Sheamus, sort of, Coach.
Nah, he straight dug on his boy. I'm looking forward to their feud. They get banger after banger after banger, but no, burger after burger. Lose some weight so we can have this fire feud, my brother. Looking forward to that.
Quickly between the two of you, early King of the Ring predictions. Who you got?
Gunther.
I'm going to take Gunther as well.
Yeah, it kind of just makes sense to go along with the progression of his storyline as he has won Intercontinental. The next step is indeed King of the Ring, so I'm here for that. We had some releases that happened over the weekend as we say goodbye to Von Wagner, Zia Lee, and now I can't remember Buddy's name.
My boy Jinder, man.
Jinder Mahal.
It's not who I was talking about, but yes.
Cameron Grimes went today too, I think.
Thank you.
Cameron
yes,
Grimes
that's who I was talking about.
Today.
Cameron Grimes is who I was thinking.
Mahan.
Sorry. Yes, Veer Mahan. All of these gentlemen and ladies have been released.
Wise man put that Malcolm X emoji in there in the chat this week. That's awesome. That's always on time. So.
But from what I've read across the internet and seen on YouTube's a couple times, is that releases under Triple H seem to be a little different. As they're a little bit more cautious with the things that they are saying and doing to people as they release them, as we are clearly coming out of the Vince McMahon era as things start to turn. So with releases, that's okay. They'll figure it out as they continue their ride in the wrestling world, and WWE will be better as they continue to fight for different spots. We'll see how this goes from here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. Before we get into our last segment of the night, I do want to hear thoughts on two individuals who won titles tonight and on Saturday night. Swerve goes over on Samoa Joe. We're not big AEW guys, but we do celebrate when Black wrestling happens. So, what are our thoughts on Swerve? I don't know if you guys got to see it, but let's just say something real quick. Coach, what are your thoughts?
I am now invested to go watch him more and actually, check out the ring. I am guilty of not turning on that program. That the AEW does not grace my house. The living room, it does not grace my TV. So, but now since Swerve is on top, I will give it a shot.
Griff, what are your thoughts?
So,
very excited. Being in the presence of witnessing. I didn't watch it, of course, but for us to be in the presence of experience the first Black AEW champion in Swerve, man, well deserved. And I've been looking at Swerve over the last years, man. He's been through a lot of promotions, circuits, and territories, just trying to find his way. And then to get this championship run and go against a high caliber elite athlete in Samoa Joe, I'm very excited. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing some more of his title run, and I just hope they book him very well and he keeps that strap on for legitimate time and not temporary.
Agreed, man. We definitely want to check in on that with him. We're not, like we said, we're not a big AEW podcast, but we enjoy Black wrestling, so we definitely want to make sure that we root him on and continue to cheer for him. So excited to see what he does as the world champion. I'm with you. I don't want one of those. I don't want one of those Sasha Banks types runs where the next month is right off of him. So hopefully they push him and push him to the moon. So we'll see him. Oh man, rest in peace to the moon. Also, winning a title tonight is Trick Williams as he goes over on Ilya Dragunov. Yes. If you did not see it, yes. If you didn't see it,
yes.
Trick picks up the win, and the Trick era begins in NXT. So, not much to say here except, that Griff. Yeah, congratulations. We're excited. I got to check into NXT.
I was driving home. I was trying to look for the highlight on the way home, and it didn't upload. I seen everything else, but I was hoping he won because the stipulation was he had the lead, so it didn't make sense to be drafted to the main roster right now. Sure. And God, dog, I got nothing to say, man. I'm excited. Swerve and Trick, yes, let's go.
Go ahead, Coach.
So what I told you today, Jackie, about Dragunov.
Yep.
What
Go
I
ahead
told
and say it. It kind of makes sense now. Go ahead and say it.
The perfect replacement for Vinci and Imperium is Dragunov.
Ooh.
Yeah, he kind of said that one earlier to me, and I was like, you cooking when you build that one up, brother. You cooking when you build that one.
Yep. Now you
nice.
Now you bringing in a credible third guy. That's a mouthpiece as well. So they're going to be even stronger.
Yep. And he in the Raw after Mania, he fought Shinsuke and beat him at Raw. Yeah. So that was his trial. Yeah.
Shinsuke job for him, but hey, he's in there. He's already Dragunov is over, man. He's a good
Shinsuke out here.
I like
Shinsuke
it.
out here getting paid, job. Shinsuke out here getting paid, bruh. Give me that money. Who you need me to lose to this week, Trips? Who do you want me to take the 1, 2, 3 from this week, Trips?
He said, "Who you need?" Right.
Boy, Trick and Lash in the room, going at it right now. I know it. Trick is tricking. My dog Trick. Whoop it. hey, he gonna whoop it tonight.
Yo.
All right, it's a Celsius. It's a Celsius. Brought to you by Celsius.
Yo, this guy. All right.
Oh, I'm excited, man. That's my dude, man.
Congratulations to Swerve.
I'm glad you had a chance.
All right, I gotta stay focused. Boopy's in the other room. I can't have her come out. Uncle Griff for waking her up.
Congratulations to Swerve and Trick Williams as they both start their runs as the top man in their respective companies. So shout out to them. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Let's go to our last.
And Willow won the TBS,
Right.
right?
Excuse me. You're right.
I'm
You're
sorry.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we need to mention that as well. Willa Nightingale wins as she goes over on
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa. That's right. Yes. So, yeah, we black
Yeah.
everywhere. Wrestling is for niggas, as we've always heard. Wrestling's for niggas.
Wrestler is so cool, baby. Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk about our last
Oh
segment of the
man.
night, as we want to push to now the Mount Rushmore of women's wrestling. We totally botched this and should have had this conversation during Women's History Month, but we are now on it, as we would like to bring up the Mount Rushmore of women's wrestlers. This one was tough for me, guys, as I was thinking about this all day and trying to really pull this one out. But I think my list is pretty good. So let's do this one at a time and explain to us why that person deserves to be on your Mount Rushmore. So give you one, don't give all four, just give you one, and we'll go from there. Griff, let's start with you, brother. Then we'll go to Coach, and then I'll come up last.
Gotta go with the EST. The longest reigning women's champion, first ever longest reigning black women's champion, game changer, competitor, hard worker, one of the best. Stamina, y'all know how I am about cardio, endurance, and things like that. She's one of the top ones up there. Her can be in the game changer. Open up doors and opportunity, very competitive, and helping other talent in the roster become more competitive, just to help put them over as well too. So EST definitely one of the first four for me.
Okay, Coach.
The Canadian model sensation, Trish Stratus, goes up my number one. Yep. Obviously, pioneer, standing on the shoulders. When they finally unleashed women's wrestling, her being at the forefront of that movement. Obviously what she's done WWE, but just off a pure title reign, what she's meant to the business, and obviously still being able to do what she did with Becky last year was nothing short of amazing. But what she's been to the women's business, WWE Hall of Famer, for sure, giving her flowers, putting her up there first.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Bianca as well, as I'm with Griff. I mean, just to see the things that she's done in such a short amount of time of being in the business, and the potential that she has to go from here, it's only going to get better from here. But I believe she should already be up on that Mount Rushmore, and I got her up there as well. Griff, back over to you. Who you got?
Woo! I gotta go with the Queen, man, all day long. Listen, for her to be playing both sides, face and the heel, and winning matches and competing matches, winning them fair and square. She's not doing no cheat codes, doing nothing on the sleeve like a typical heel. She's going in there and putting on all types. She's very versatile, moves and all, man. But definitely, Charlotte is definitely one of the greatest women and athletes I've ever seen, and that's my number two.
Okay.
Yes, she is.
She's your queen too. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm sticking. I'm going with Attitude Era first. I'm sticking there. Can't have Trish without Alita. So obviously in the same boat there. The rivalry, obviously her angles, the crazy stuff with Edge, and being in the middle of those storylines there was nothing but that was great TV, man. Must see TV. But obviously the same breath, Lita, what she's meant to the business, what she brings, obviously the crazy athleticism there, and then for those women to still compete at the level that they competed at, man, that was phenomenal to see them do it. But can't have Trish without a Lita. That's my number two.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of thought you guys might say Trish and Lita, so I wanted to go into a different direction with mine. Who I thought competed just as much as those two did during this time, and I thought she was a better heel than those two when she was in that world. But not so. I picked Ivory Enjoyed Ivory's run when she was by herself, when she was in right to some. I enjoyed Ivory, so I got to put her up on my Mount Rushmore as well. Griff, back to you.
See that. See that.
I'm going with the man, Becky Lynch. Ever since the busted nose, she took her whole game to a whole nother level. Wasn't afraid to compete. She went from the last kisser or whatever you want to call it until this whole reinvention. Just like, asking for the fight. Didn't care. Even when she lost, she came out, was like, okay, I accept the loss, but I'm not going to give up and everything. And I know she's getting a lot of hate now, but you can't disqualify her work ethic. You can't disqualify her heart, and you can't disqualify how hard she goes, man. Even when she's injured, she's still going hard. So Becky Lynch, definitely 3 for me.
Okay, Coach.
Yep, my number 3 is you guys already said it, but Bianca was on my list at 3. Jackie, you and I are watching Next Generation. That's a great show. That's on Roku. Obviously, she's transcended Next Generation, bro. And like obviously you guys pushed her. What she's doing, pushing the business to higher heights as quick as she's done it with the title reigns. But I think there's more. There's still more there, and that's what's scary about it. She's gonna give us more. So we still have we're gonna get a tag run here, and we're probably gonna get a great heel run here in the next couple of years. So, and I'm here for it. But her talent shines through those numbers that she put up. It's funny that we're learning about Performance Center and what they actually look at. And Bianca was at the top of her class, bro. And yeah, period. And so it's what we're seeing now is it's a byproduct of that hard work that she's putting in, and I'm looking forward to it for more.
Yeah, I'm with that. That new girl on Next Gen is like a clone of Bianca, we'll see what happens when she makes her way up. But I too would like to celebrate my queen, as I picked Charlotte from the very beginning when she was in NXT to be my queen, and I'm still gonna ride with it. Charlotte is 14 times, 15 times, somewhere in there, where she's up there.
14. It's still 14.
Okay, yeah. But to Griff, like, you made a great point that I never thought about, brother. That a lot of the things that she's done have been straight up, have been real wins, have been
that is a good point.
Going over like without a hitch. So I never thought about that. That's a great point, brother. Like, a lot of people can say that they've been champion, but can they say that they've been champion clean, heel, or face?
Yes.
So great point to you, brother. Yep. I don't need to say much behind that because you said it all there.
Yeah, that's good.
Griff, your turn, brother. Back to you. Maybe you can fill in my 4th person too. Go ahead.
And number 4, might catch some of y'all surprised, and I know y'all viewers are probably thinking Sasha and Bailey and Miss Jackie, but no, I'm going to go with my girl Asuka. Okay. And it's real simple. I encourage you guys to watch her footage in NXT when she had her title run. I encourage you guys to watch her back in Japan. And I definitely encourage you guys to study and watch the detail of her wrestling technique and her style. She's very competitive. She brings a whole different flavor, and she just has this different type of skill that helps put a lot of these other wrestlers in NXT and also WWE that's over. And then also she's staying consistent and being a great professional no matter what character or what storyline she's in. She's never had a problem with complaint. She always found her way in these storylines, where if it's whack or not, and found a way to reinvent herself. So definitely number 4.
Coach?
Yeah. All right. Yep. You guys already. I thought I tried to find somebody else. No, I'm joking because watch it. My 4th one is the Queen as well. For a good 2 years, I spent a lot of time rooting against her. I was like, I felt that, okay, just because you're a Flair, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I despised her, but I could not deny how great she was, how good she was. Obviously, that face run starting off in NXT fell flat, but once she found it, once it clicked, and everything came together, I became a true. I was still undercover hating her. Hope she lost every match, but that night she performed at WrestleMania 32 down here in AT&T was that night where everything changed for me. My perspective, like, okay, she's here. She's this lady's real, and that's when it clicked. So yeah, I'm giving her flowers. 14-time champ. Yep, Charlotte. Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the Attitude Era, and you mentioned Lita and Trish Stratus, and they were good, and they were pioneers for what they were doing. But I think the wrestling got better when it got to this next person, and I'm putting Mickie James on my
I knew he was gonna say that.
list.
Yes.
I'm putting Mickie James on my list because, man, like I said, the wrestling got better when it got to her, and she was the most athletic. Still is the most athletic in my mind because she's still putting on bangers, and the way she showed up to the Hall of Fame, I had to mention her name as one of the GOATs. So,
God bless you, Nick. All this
there.
Great job.
Right, I was gonna say, yes, great job, Nick.
Right.
All this because what? But yeah, so that's our list. That's my Mount Rushmore. But I think we're all kind of on the same page as we think about women's wrestling and what women's wrestling should be or what we want to see it be. I know that we've all been calling for mid-card titles, and so we want to see. No, nobody put Asia Kong with the trash can on their list.
That's where EO got it from.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we want to see more women's wrestling, and we want to see it go up. We want the mid-card title to make its way in. I saw somebody on Raw last night with a sign that said more mid-card titles for women. We want the opportunities to span across all genres, genders, and everything. So we'll see where we go from there.
Good.
All right, man. Let's get on out of here as we wrap this up. Let's take it to our final words. Final thoughts on the week of wrestling, gentlemen. Go ahead and give your final thoughts. Griff?
It's real simple, man. Stay tuned for this Bloodline. Stay tuned for this Live Revenge tour. Stay tuned for Tiff Stratton. But more important, man, the X Factor. Y'all got to stay tuned because something big's going to happen with Chelsea Green as well.
I would love to see it.
That's right up their alley.
I would love to see it. Coach, final thoughts.
Let's enjoy the, whatever's going on with the Becky Lynch fiasco. Even though I'm not happy, but I understand. Yeah, I'm not happy, but business must go on. So I'm going to watch like everybody else, and I'm going to root hella hard for Nia Jax to finally get her moment in the sun. But yeah, I say it every week. Wrestling is in a great place. It's going to get even better. And I'm looking forward to the draft this week, y'all. So let's tune in to see who's going to go where and who's going to be, what feud's going to be, how feuds are going to be impacted. And then obviously let's get these new factions in and let's go, Chad Gable. It's your time, man. Let's get your real stable in. Let's roll with the Creed brothers. Let's go.
Ooh.
Get them
Get
moves out of here. And let's get the Creed brothers in. Yeah.
Hey, some real wrestlers is what you're calling for. Some real wrestlers.
Okay. I like that.
That kind of goes along with the same thoughts that I have for final thoughts, man. The draft is coming up, and some new exciting things are getting ready to happen in WWE with the draft. All the pay-per-views going over international and things like that. So let's switch it up and let's see if we can make some new things happen. This new era is getting ready to take off, and you can tell from that long shot of Becky Lynch getting interviewed to the fight between Liv and Nia Jax to Maxine and Liv or Maxine and Becky talking to Becky, then making her way out to the ring. I say it every week, man. WWE is starting to change and starting to do some new things, and it's exciting to watch because the quality of the show is starting to pick up along with the quality of the storytelling and the quality of the wrestling. So WWE can't miss right now, man. WWE can't miss right now, and it's exciting stuff, especially for us as WWE fans. Especially for us as WWE fans. So. All right, man, let's get on out of here. I appreciate you boys. But before we do that, hold on. I just noticed. Before we do that, Griff, what you got on over there, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is, in case you didn't see it, this is a Heartbreak Kid. If you guys remember, this is the resemblance of the 1996 Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12 with the white. Yeah. So this is second time throwing this on there. So I feel like this was something blended with the light on tonight. I want to do something different. So 1996 WrestleMania 12 Iron Man match where Shawn Michaels did win his first title at. Shout out to Chalk Line for the gear, and just keep them coming.
Keep filling that brother's closet up. That's all we need. Keep filling that brother's closet up.
Yes, sir.
Let's get on out of here, boys. Let the people know where they can find you. Coach, start us off. Let the people know where they can find you.
All right. Everybody, you can find Coach Montay 24 at IG. We thank you for the support, the love. Continue to like and subscribe, and keep tuning in. As wrestling gets better, we're going to continue to try to give you better content each week. So, keep showing up for us, for sure.
Appreciate it. Griff, let the people know.
Yes, sir, man. Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84, and also on Instagram, GriffNation84. Thank you guys for being patient, all the followers. But please be a little bit more patient. I'm trying to work some things out. My Instagram been acting funny, maybe because it's my Android. So I got to do some work, and I promise you I will have these WrestleMania footage loaded really, really soon. Right. But thank y'all for being patient. And I'm trying my best to keep y'all updated with story by story. But again, GriffNation84 on IG, and on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84.
1000% because you got an Android. You can follow me on. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever it's called at Jackie Miles 42. Follow the wise man B Dix on Cash App at BDix989. You can follow us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling on Instagram and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. We appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Comment below who your women's Mount Rushmore is. And if you have any thoughts on the lightning round, let us know what you think. And make sure y'all follow us and share it out. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see y'all next time. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
Nah,
NFT.